So I don't have much time, but I may as well take a quick video. For whatever reason, I'm looking for another project, and this thing came up. It's an 85. It's on the road, or it was. It's got a 305 and a 4-speed. It's wheel. It came from the south. It came from the south. It's got, but it has things like this going on. So I mean, sure, that might not get us arrested while we drive it onto the trailer, but we'll see. 10-bolt vice grip style. We'll look back here first. Yep. Oh, the bumper and grill thing, brush hog. That's definitely gonna have to go back on. I'm getting pretty excited here. I've been wanting my own square for a while. My own something for a while. My own something older than my 99, which I'm going to keep, of course. So let's take a first peek here. And oh yeah. I mean, yep. Tennessee, I think. Oh yeah. That's dash is totally wasted, of course. Not a split. You know what? The original steering wheel, I think so. Is this thing a GMC? It is. This is a Sierra, which is kind of cool. Oh. Keys in it. Oh, probably shouldn't even show that, but yeah, 4-speed, old Alpine. Yeah, this is we definitely need this in our lives. Let's just, so 84 on the clock. Yeah, there's a battery in it, but we're not going to do anything crazy. We just talked to the owner briefly earlier, but we are gonna look under the hood. Heck yes. Heck yeah. Just a sec here, I'll bring you back. Got the hood pins off, and that's what all high performance machines have. And opened up the old barn, and wouldn't you know it, I found evidence of more performance. Got an Edelbrock here. Not even gonna lean over and try to figure out what it is because I gotta go. It sucks. But I mean, you don't need things like the air cleaner and the oil cap or radiator hose. He said it's a fixer upper. Oh, there's a bag. Oh my god! I'm beginning to get the picture that he was painting earlier, and I mean, we're taking this truck. This truck's ours. We're gonna get it tomorrow. So stay tuned. All right. Well, here she is. Apparently, it's from New Mexico. I just gave Jason the money, and I'm discovering the seat right now, so come along. Let's see if I can. Probably can't see anything there, but just a sec and you will. I don't even care. This thing is First issue, no knife. Somehow, even though I have like 30,000 knives, I don't have one. So I found a pair of scissors. That's what every farmer should, a good farmer has, is a pair of scissors. Jason says you don't even find them this clean in the south. Oh man. Oh, okay, so got a little excited at first, but nothing really to write home about here. But free light bulb. So it's time for me to have my own jumper pack for sure. That's gonna be my first issue. I might even unhook the trailer. Maybe I'll ask Jason if I could borrow a booster pack. It'll probably be cool. We'll be back in just 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Well, I got a couple updates. We're doing this, and I've been picking plastic out of that. Looking at things like this. And that, while that does that. And I just pulled the old Earl stick in, well, it is leaning forward a little bit, but it appears to be about 4 quarts low. He's got this really, the worst oil really choice. I mean, they don't need synthetic, and it definitely needs something heavier than 530 if it's burning oil. So that's gonna be my next chore. I didn't even bring oil. Oof da. I didn't even bring oil. Maybe there's oil. Alright. So that's where I'm at. Okay, so I forgot my entire socket set. So the only 5/8 thing I have is a 3/8 with a little extension. I can't reach my hand between the fan here. It's gonna lay on the ground probably. And oh, look, another bolt to tighten. I just discovered this situation and that situation. I already knew that, but I had to humor Jason for a second. Oh, look. Okay, right. So, yeah, we're in the middle of a little project here that you do. You're a crackhead. It's got power steering and an alternator and a water pump and good belts and a good fan. Good fan. So let me see if I can bring you guys along for this. All I need to see is a little bit of turnage, right? Let's see what we can kind of trouble we can get it on the ground. Mama didn't raise no fool. I'm seeing a severe amount of oil everywhere, but that's okay. Oh, make sure you hit yourself in the face a couple times. I'm like so not a mechanic. Oh my god, there's a fucking hole in the oil pan. Holy shit. Okay, there's a hole in the oil pan, but motor's free. Okay, alright. Did you guys hear me? There's a fucking hole in the oil pan. So, Okay, that pretty much determines that plan of attack. Good. That's what you do when you get a new truck. Have fucking lay under it. Entry or exit wound. That's all we need to know right now. Just take a peek. Oh no. It's an exit wound. It's an exit wound. The motor's fucked. So the motor's fucked. That's cool. Right, so the motor's fucked. Sweet. Great. It'll look a little better once I get it off of that incline. But we had to roll it a little further forward to get the ramps up. I was like hammering on the brakes, and there's two guys pushing it like as hard as they could. So it's all right. Well, breaking my springs a little bit. That's probably too much actually. So yeah, there's an exit wound in the block. So bummer there. She probably won't fire, but we might still try. So let's get her over to Easter's and see what he thinks. Well, after a whole ordeal of just getting it here, here it is. So great. Yeah, I already took some stuff off it. Yeah. So, let's get to work. Clean out the bed. Maybe get the tank that's got a big hole in it out from underneath the driver door there. And the first thing I'm going to do is throw this on my tender. Alright, so we fully established that the motor has a hole in its oil pan, but just for laughs, let's just, yeah, that's probably way too much, but.
What do you got there?
That's some non-ethanol mixed with chainsaw fuel. You might wanna, I don't know. I really don't know what's gonna happen. There's a huge hole, there's no oil in the motor.
There's a hole in the what?
Oil pan. Yeah, so, right, it still runs, but there's literally like a fist-sized hole in the oil pan. Right. Huh. Okay then, well, we solved that mystery of the fact that we just proved that it has spark, and it still runs. And like, I knew that, like I had like even though I found that hole in the oil pan, I was like, well, I've seen these run, like literally just like with rods hanging out of them before. So I didn't get the battery charged up enough to try that where I picked it up, so sure enough, it just literally just fired right off. It's hilarious. So that's all I got for an update for now. That was hilarious. So I just can't quite help myself here, and even though I already realized the benefit of having a film person, because that footage we got the other night was pretty hilarious, I'm on my own here as usual. I was about to put gas in my four-wheeler and just get on it and ride away from this nightmare. It's not really a nightmare, that's a joke. I'm totally loving all this. But then I, of course, looked up at the truck and I was like, that thing did fire the other night. Let's do that again. So I poured some windshield washer fluid into the carb, and sure enough, it just ran. It literally ran. It ran. So now I have no choice but to, no battery. Well, I haven't figured out a secondary fuel pumping system yet for these little projects. And instead of going to town and spending money and figuring out how I want to pump fuel into this carburetor, I was like, well, wait a minute, the truck is intact. It was sold a running driving vehicle not very long ago at all. So I was like, well, why don't I just pour gas in it? So this thing has dual tanks, saddle tanks, I'm calling them, because there's one on either side. Driver's side has a giant hole in it and no fuel cap, so I'm assuming they were using this one. I found some gas, some good gas that got a little bit of water in it in that ski oil jug. It's a 2.5 gallon jug. Added some more 2-stroke oil to that and dumped probably a gallon at least in the truck. Now I'm nursing fuel back through this filter, which it may only be, I don't think that filter acts as a check valve, but it might. I mean, it's going in there. Because, I mean, this fuel pump here is probably good. Maybe not. Because again, there is a giant rip in the oil pan, and there's no oil in it. I am going to put a little oil in it. I tightened down the valve covers very crudely. I found the little thingies like, oh, look, yeah, this one's even bent. Like, you know, it's always a sign of a nice patient mechanic. You know, things like that. Things like that. I mean, this is the original hood, and he decided to rip out all the original lever hood type deals and crudely hacked in these hood pins, which are atrocious. So I may end up putting a different hood on this thing. I may even end up putting a different top floor support here. Whatever. Anyways, the motor's coming out, so that is step one. But I think it will be hilarious footage if I can get this 305 with a giant hole in it to run, and then I can do things like test the clutch, listen to the tranny, maybe a little bit, maybe drive it up the road just a little bit. I think it's got brakes. I'll check the clutch fluid. I can see it has clutch fluid from here. So yeah. But again, I poured gas in it, and then I noticed this stuff dripping. And it's not. I guess it's not gas, but I was worried about the thing backfiring and blasting what I thought was gas dripping here with flameage. But I guess it's water, so let's try to bring you guys along for the startup because I'm pretty sure it's gonna run. What is that little leaker? That's just coming out of the holes. This is plural. Let me see if I can, do you guys see that up there? Like, look at that. What does that mean, YouTube? Does that mean a giant piece of rod or crank flew somewhere? I don't know. Let's see what happens here. Need something else to pour in the carb now. Well, I was just trying to get a little coolant. I robbed the upper rat hose off the Cherokee. And now there's water just pouring out of the block. Oh, there's water pouring right out of the block. Huh. I wonder what that means, YouTube. think I'm gonna have to tear this motor down myself and just learn, you know, like, what do I have to lose? What if it's savable? I mean, it rained, it did not sound bad. So, I don't know why, but I've gone even further here. Bolted them down a little, put fuel back through the fuel pump, put oil in it, just a little bit of old oil I don't want to use for anything else. Took a rat hose off the Cherokee, put it on, actually fit, and then I was just putting water in it, and it was just pouring out of the block. Should we throw the tender on it right now? I think it's honestly, I honestly think it's just gonna run. Looking for the danged old fuel cap that I took off the side that they were using. What am I gonna do with it? Whatever. I don't think it's gonna matter. What can I do with it though? I don't know. Enough clowning around. Let's turn the key and push the button. Got the 3 already, just in case. But I mean, check this out. Stupid ass radio coming on. Yeah, somebody was here to help me just do this. Like, what's that gonna do? Just light it on fire? Where's the fire extinguisher around here? Running truck here. It is showing oil pressure. It's so loud. This is craziness. Yes, we are. I am tempted to go out onto the road, but we are not gonna do that. Oh man, that was cool. Oh yeah, we probably made a big old mess. Whoo! Wow. No, not too bad even. Wow. Yeah, the thing is smolderingly hot. That is funny stuff right there. So, well, there you go. That's what I wanted to do where I picked it up. Because it would have been so funny. Even after I found those holes. But there you go. I got it running here. So, I mean, if that ain't good content, I don't know what is. So, we'll slap a video together for this first part 1. See y'all next time.